EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Dalton right to the air.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Dalton bootlegs out.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
Chris Olave.
37 yards.
And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Fielded just inside the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton.
He completes it to Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton, 1st and 10.
Olave over the middle.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So Dalton now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And it'll be Dalton again.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Again, it's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell.
And we are underway from Kansas City. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
43, 43. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect to...
He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson
66 yards.
And the Steelers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone had
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
15, 15. Hey, rip lift.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at the 40. 20.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And he will be taken down here as the first. Play will come to an end. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 28 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
Complete. It's Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Harris. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Now Pickett.
And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry from 6 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Pickett will try to throw for this.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Miles Jack leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as time expires in the first half.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett.
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
75 yards.
And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes now to throw. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them attack.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And here's Freiermuth again. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of... Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after them.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Miller, the man in motion.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Check, 18, right here.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Flush to his right.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Mahomes.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs have it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
Touchdown!
Mecole Hardman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
Pickett. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Pickett back to throw.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day? And that's caught inside the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Ron Thornhill, and the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott.
To about the 35, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And the situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Elliott trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. Here's Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Giving to the big tight end on fourth. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It's a room to maneuver. And all the way to the opposite 48.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a pickup of 6.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Prescott looks to throw on first.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
Sliding out of the pocket, complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it.
A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw taken in by Miller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pickett back to throw. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on 1st down.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
They'll roll him out right.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa,
his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Pickett
under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott now.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Finding space at the 40.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
1st down, Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Prescott yet again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Noah Brown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they?
Pickett lost it.
And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal.
Off play action. Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Pickett sets up play action.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And now, did we see that right? They accepted the pass interference penalty, gave possession back to the offense. Boy, someone's got to have their wires crossed. That just doesn't make any sense.
To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
To the air on first down with Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Down inside the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
43 yards.
And the Steelers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way they're...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks him.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that.
And now here's another interception.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going up top for Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
side. It's complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Prescott looks to throw on first. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays.